I'm not sure if I can fulfill the 25 minutes goal, but let's see. My name is Ruben. I am in Siemens since 2019. I'm Spanish, but was born in Germany. I studied business administration and then psychology, so I'm not that technical. But that's okay, because my talk is about commercial, it's about business models within this digital area. And yeah, I would say that we start. First of all, a short introduction, Siemens in a nutshell. You can see here on the slide our portfolio. But for the one of you that don't know Siemens, we are a technology provider for train operators, Siemens Mobility. And we provide technology for the rolling stock area as well as the infrastructure area. So everything like signaling, interlockings. Myself, I'm from the Siemens Mobility Services area, so customer services. That means we do classical standard customer services like spare parts business on the one hand side, and on the other hand side we also do innovative services, like for example this digital services, which are data science that we try to sell to our customers. And we see that the service market will change. It's already changed, but it will change more in the future because of different trends. Yeah, we have, not going to explain everything, but we have new technologies that enable smart data services. We have an increased customer demand from the train operators. They want lower assets, they want more capacity, they want to reduce their capex, their opex. And these all are trends that will change our market and that will enable the use of new technologies. So compared to other markets, you can see here that the mobility market is on the launch pad. Yeah, we are already far. I'm going to tell you why we are already far, but there is still a way to go with that. We have digital technologies that are far, we have digital twin, IoT, all these buzzwords that are well known for you, that are available, and we try to use them. And we have the mobility industry characteristics that have to fit with the technology. So we can see here, as I told you, we have high asset intense markets within the train sector, within this mobility industry, and we have high capex. So to give you an example, in Western Europe, the volume of rolling stock is about 1,000 billion, the total volume of rolling stock. From this total volume of 1,000 billion, 30 billion are capex and 20 billion are maintenance costs. Okay? So if we are able to reduce through digital services, if we are able to reduce this 50 billion, then we will have a savement, if we reduce 10% of 5 billion. 5 billion we can save through data science and through digital services. And this is a big pie, and I mean there are many players on the market that want a piece of this pie, but I think only together and with partnering and with co-creation, which is something that I'm going to explain what this means, we will be able to have a small piece of this 5 billion pie. So, talking about more detail about the mobility sector, I told you we're on the launch pad. What does this mean? We already have data available. We are not starting in the mobility industry from zero. So we have vehicles that send between 1 and 4 billion data today. And we have on the rolling stock side and on the infrastructure side, we also have interlockings that send data. And if we include additional data, like for example weather data or geographical data, then we can create use cases for train operators. And the important thing is not to get data or to save a lot of data. The important thing is to turn data into information so that we as a technology supplier, but also our customers, the train operators, can drive appropriate actions. And they will have then a lot of benefits, like for example, reduce energy consumptions, improve asset utilization, also to reduce this operational risks that they have, and of course to improve the availability, because train operators, they want to have the highest availability that they can achieve. And we have a vision to provide our customers to enable them that they can have a 100% availability. Who is from the railway industry? I mean, sometimes when I say to my customers, yeah, we can help you to achieve this 100%, and they start to laugh and they don't think that this is real. But we have some use cases in the world where we have almost this 100%. For example, Belarus in Russia, we have, due to digital services, we have their very high availability of 99.9%. Also the train between Madrid and Barcelona in Spain, due to an algorithm that prevents door faults, we can increase our availability. And also there the availability is over 99%. So we're not yet at the 100%, but I think we're in a good way to achieve this. Here you can see typical benefits. As my colleague from SAP told you, I'm a sales guy, so this is a typical sales marketing slide. We can have a lot of benefits resulting from digital services, and I gave you the example, if we reduce, for example, the maintenance or capex by 10%, in Western Europe there is the opportunity to save 5 billion. Okay? Good. Internet of Trains. I think you all know IoT. I don't need to explain what IoT is. Yeah? But one fundamental thing to do data services, digital services, is to have our assets connected. Okay? And in this mobility industry, we need connected device, we need connected assets, yeah, connected to the cloud probably, and then we will derive digital services. It's important to mention here that we are not a software company, okay? We do things like other software companies, but we're not a software company, and we believe that there are many companies that can provide this IoT services better than us. This is a reason why for data transfer, data integration, and data management and storage, we always go with partners. This is nothing that we do by ourselves. Yeah? We think that with the know-how of data analytics models and applications, we are there good in, so this is our focus. And this, in combination with our domain know-how, we understand since 150 years the train operators, the processes of our customers, combined with the data analytics skills, we can use an added value to our customers. So we strongly believe that technology partnering is required in such a world, and this is a reason why we use the big data landscape, where you can find a lot of companies, and our technology stack include, for example, Amazon Web Services for the clouds, Python and Spotify for the algorithms, for the data analysis, etc. I'm sure you know the one or the other of one of this slide. So Railigent is our platform, which we use, it's our marketing name, yeah, our marketing guys were not very creative, so Railigent, Radiant Intelligence. And we connect on Railigent all the mobility assets, so rolling stock and infrastructure, etc. And there you can see the results. Railigent based on MindSphere. MindSphere, maybe you have heard about it, is our cloud for the whole company. So there are data from the railway industry, of course, but also from the healthcare business, from the industry processes and drives, from building technology. So all the different divisions that we have in Siemens, we will find data on MindSphere, which is our company cloud. And on MindSphere there is Railigent. And what is Railigent? Railigent is a platform that enables to see the results of the data services that we do. So first of all, as I told you, the connectivity is a must. Without connectivity, we will not be able to have data. The data, we put it in the cloud, and then here starts the main activities of Religent, okay? Here starts the development of algorithms to have then different results. I will show you some examples, but we have the possibility to do modular or scalable results. So depending on the hierarchy or on the level of information that is requested, we can use one report or the other. One very important thing is that it's an open platform, okay? So sometimes we find customers that tell me, okay, but we have already our own infrastructure. It's fine. Maybe you have a use case from one train which was built by Siemens, or not, maybe not, but maybe from Siemens, and we can help you to find there a solution for your problem. We can provide you with a dashboard, and you can include your dashboard, which is coming from Religent, in your existing infrastructure. And we don't need to call it Religent. You can call it Customer A platform. Yeah? So it's very open on this point, and the other point is we work a lot with partners in the railway sector. So we have Religent applications with, to name some, with voestalpine, with CERSA, with SKF. These are component providers, technology providers like us, specialized in some very detailed sector, and we work with them very close together. Maybe they provide the connectivity, maybe they provide the asset, and we provide with Religent the data analytics. What is behind Religent? So of course the platform, which I told you, where we do all the data transmission, data analytics things, but of course the people. Yeah? The people are very important, and this is something that is relatively new for Siemens, because we are a hardcore engineering company, and it's the first time since 4 or 5 years that we work with these guys, which are data scientists, like maybe some of you. And we created the first data lab in Munich in October 2015, and now we have different labs all over the world. Yeah? So it depends sometimes where we win a big project, and this is probably the reason why we have a data service center here in Moscow, but we try to fulfill and to have the possibilities to have data services all over the world. Good. Use cases on Religent. You can find here a lot of use cases that we have developed on Religent. I'm not able to tell you about every single one of them, but I have chosen 2. And the first one is one use case that we have developed with different train operators, also with one here in Switzerland. And it is about to find faults in switch. Okay? The switch is the thing on the track that decides if a train goes to the right or to the left. So what we have done here is to connect a DCU. DCU is called data capture unit. So connectivity, I told you, it's very important. So we have connected a DCU to the interlocking. The interlocking name is called C in this case. And with this DCU, we are able to connect data. And the data that we collect is time. How much time does a switch need to move from A to B? Okay? This is the only thing that we collect. And with this data, we have developed an algorithm that can tell us, okay, 8 hours before a fault occurs, we can say, dear customer, pay attention, this switch will have a problem in future. So we're talking about predictive maintenance in this use case. Here you see the normal time for a switch is between 5.5 and 6 seconds. Okay? You can see here, this blue one, this is only for one switch. There is a problem, okay? Probably there, the customer gets an email alert that this switch is causing some problems, and this is the point where the switch doesn't move anymore. Okay? So we are today able to predict, we are able to all the predictions that we do are 100% a fault, yeah? But there are some faults that we can't predict, okay? For example, a stone in the switch, and we are not able to predict this. But everything what is shown on this dashboard, it is 100% a fault, so we're not giving false alarms to our customers. The second one that I'm going to show you is from the rolling stock area. Here we analyze door faults. The one of you that is from the train sector, they know that doors are the element that causes the most minutes of delay. Okay, so we analyze here the door closings and the door openings, and we correlate this door movements with the door current. And here you see on this blue big bar that this is a normal time. And here you see some anomalies. And also here the current for the door is at the beginning high, then it goes down, and then at the end it is also big high. If you have here some higher current, then there is a fault. And if we compare this, and also with the algorithm which is behind of that I can't tell you because I'm not a data scientist, but if we compare this, then we will get also alerts to our customers. Dear customer, please go to this store and do some maintenance works before the train can't drive anymore. That would be the more catastrophic option. Okay? We are able to predict door faults 3 days before it occurs. Okay, this algorithm is older, so it is more advanced than the one with the switches. How do we do this? And this is the last part of my presentation. How do we achieve these use cases, and how do we develop these use cases? And as I told you before, it is important that you don't do this by yourself. Okay? So I think in the past, technology suppliers, they develop something by their own in their lab, and then they go to the customer and say, dear customer, this is my portfolio, this is the price, buy it or leave it. Yeah? I think in the data science area, in this digital services approach, we have to find another ways to work with each other. And we have a lot of technology there in the market, which is already quite advanced, but the question is, how can we create value out of it? And at the beginning when we started, there were a lot of question marks. Maybe you have heard some of them. How does digitalization impact my business? How to earn money with it? How do I change from product to value mindset? So there are business questions, there are cultural questions, there are technological aspects. These are questions that I've heard when I was talking to customers, with partners, etc. For who of you is this familiar to hear these questions? Yeah, so I'm happy that I'm not alone. With co-creation, we believe that we can reduce risks. So the risk is not anymore for the operator to buy a solution which is maybe not proved yet that it works, but also for Siemens, of course, also for the supplier. We can benefit, our customers can benefit from different aspects that Siemens are good in, for example, technology or the new aspect of data science, and we can benefit from the knowledge of our customers. We will build new revenue models, we will build new business models. There are many opportunities if you work together. So what is customer co-creation? Customer co-creation is the activity of jointly creating win-win solutions with prototyping and rapid business impact. Okay? So important is that you do things together, that you do things fast, that you do things with win-win solutions. It's not anymore, as I told you, technology, these are the costs, this is my margin, this is the price, dear customer. You have to find a win-win solution. The customer needs to find and to see an added value behind these use cases. And we do this within our company with 5 models. Okay, so the first model is to understand what is the customer pain point, what is the problem. And for that we do workshops where we analyze gains, pains, barriers, what do you want to leave, what do you want to change. And then we have this first module. The second module is how can we create value out of it? Yeah? So where is the value and where are the KPIs where we can prove that there is a value behind this idea? We design and value creation logic, so we define a project plan, we define a prototype plan, where we can then go and speed up and do like a prototype, and at the end we implement and scale or not. So it should be possible to fail, okay? Because you can't do digital services if you're not allowed to fail. 5 modules, co-creation with the customer, to have to position your company within your customers and to have a jointly understanding of use cases, and I believe that with that you will be more successful if you do things by your own. These are the different business models, opportunities that you have. I'm sure you have heard of them. Software as a service, which is good known, and also new business models in our industry, like for example outcome as a service. I've told you in the slide before, it's important to define KPIs. If you define KPIs that measure success, you can say, for example, okay, dear customer, depending on your success, you can pay me. It's not possible in all the companies, but I think it's one possibility to create a new mindset and to have a new business model. Good, now I'm done. The conclusion is our applications work on Radagent. They let our clients to reduce maintenance costs and to reduce their assets. Smart data environment and data expertise are essential, of course. So data science is essential, but also the engineering know-how that we can provide. And co-creation is the key. Thank you very much, and I'm very happy to answer your questions.
Okay.